Hi everyone, I am here in Paris and I'm going to be heading to the Louise Carmen store with my daughter and we're going to pick our notebooks. So let's go on this journey together. Oh my gosh. I'm near the Arc de Triomphe and it's about 9:30 on Saturday morning. We decided to go to the Louise Carmen location in the Galerie Vivienne. There's cute antique shops, bookshops, and restaurants inside here. We arrived at the boutique at 11:15 a.m. and the store opens at noon, so we were the first in line, which is really great because we could look inside the windows. My husband noticed the ardoise stone used to rest the stamps here, and ardoise comes from the south of France and it's primarily used to make roof tiles in houses in France. There are around 6 or 7 sales associates, so the line of people waiting came in right away. And we were interested in the Honoré and the Roadbook. She served my daughter and I at the same time, so you'll see the comparisons of what we've been doing. She's showing us the beautiful leathers inside. So this is the Roadbook, which has 3 notebooks and 3 strings to put in. There's no pocket. That's the one I ended up getting. And my daughter wanted the Honoré. She was showing us the difference. And it only has 2 strings, but it has a pocket with a pen holder in there. So my daughter wanted the red Honoré. It's part of her graduation gift from her grandparents. So she was really excited to pick the red and we were just looking at the leather and checking out everything inside. And as you can see, the outside window, there is still a line happening. So it's probably around 4 or 5 people outside waiting still. So I definitely recommend coming there a little bit earlier than usual to be one of the first ones in the door. Because my daughter and I did it together at the same time, I want to say it probably took around a half an hour for us to go through both of our orders together. But I did notice that some other people around us were ordering multiple products. So one person could still be there for a while just to pick all of their things. My daughter here is picking the string and we were deciding between the red color or the really nice burgundy color. After she was done picking the string, she showed us a sample book of all the different kinds of notebooks that can go inside. Notebooks in French are carnet. Cahier is another word for notebook, but that's more like school notebooks and it's more bigger. So these are kind of more portable and that's carnet. So we went through the book and you can pick lined, dot grid. There was, sketch paper. There was just blank notebooks. There's also blackout notebooks too. I was checking out how the paper felt. It was my first time touching the Louise Carmen notebooks, so it was kind of fun to see. But for me personally, I knew I wasn't going to really be using the notebooks, and actually my daughter gave me her notebooks inside there afterwards. Next is personalization. You can get your leather cover stamped and engraved with your initials, and so she's choosing gold with the dots between her initials, and she's asking where Chloe wants her initials, and she's putting it into the paper exactly the way it needs to be. So you can choose the actual color you want the engraving to be. It could just be blind embossed as well. And my daughter chose gold. I chose gold as well. So as she was bringing out the charm trays, I asked her, the creator of Louise Carmen, her name is Natalie, like me. Why did she choose Louise Carmen as the name of her company? We have so many planner businesses we know where the name of the company is the actual person and creator. And she told me that while she was developing and she was traveling in Thailand, or I think she was traveling in Thailand, and she created the Roadbook, she was writing a novel. And the main character in her novel was named Louise Carmen. So there you go. I thought that was a really cool piece of trivia. And so she was writing her novel inside her first Roadbook. And so that kind of inspired her to create this company. And she's bringing out more trays of charms. Wow. So while Chloe was choosing her charms, she moved on to me. I'm choosing a black leather cover for my Roadbook, and I really wanted red to be my accent. I really wanted just the accessories inside to be bold and have the cover be sort of plain and classic. And you can't go any more classic than black, So I picked 4 charms and then I went down to 2. I finally just stayed with the Eiffel Tower and the Pearl. The Eiffel Tower has special meaning because my husband and I were engaged in Paris about 21 years ago, and this October is our 20th wedding anniversary. So my charms I'm going to have just on the side, not on the front band, because I don't want anything to flatten it. And my daughter chose the Ladybug and the Star Charm also for the side. So now we get to choose what dust bag we want, and there were so many pretty prints to choose from. So my daughter went with the butterflies, and I went with the florals. Now I got to choose my pieces of leather I wanted. And as you can see, the strings are already in there, all the engravings are there already, except your own personalization. So I got to choose between 2, and you know me, I love to look at everything in more detail, so this was so great that we could pick the exact leather we wanted. So now this leather piece, that's my road book, will go in the dust bag with my little work order, and someone else will take care of all the special personalization. We had 2 hours before we could pick up our order, so we had lunch at Le Grand Colbert. It is right outside Galerie Vivienne on the same block. And guess what? They filmed Something's Gotta Give, one of my favorite Nancy Meyer's movies. So Diane Keaton and Keanu Reeves were in the same place I was in. After lunch, around 2 p.m., we headed back to Louise Carmen to pick up our order. It was really nice to be able to see the store without all the crowds inside. He went through with us to show us all the personalization. You can see my initials engraved here in gold. Total of my order was 333 euros, and I actually had 333 engraved inside for my dog, so that was kind of a special magical moment. The woman actually said incroyable. She couldn't believe it. It's never happened before. So I like to think that my little Pomeranian, who we always took to France with us, was looking down on me. And if you are going to shop at Louise Carmen in Paris, make sure you bring your passport so you can get the tax back. So now that I had my road book in my hand, Chloe and I thought it'd be fun to stamp inside our little notebooks, and since they had the stamping station there, so we tried out some of the stamps. We had fun testing out all the stamps. Of course, not every single stamp turned out perfectly, but that was okay, and I'll share with you more when we do our unboxing. Okay, let's check out my Louise Carmen in more detail. It's been a few weeks since we've been home. I'm going to put this aside. I have my daughter's to show you, and she got the Honoré, and I don't know where her dust bag is, but she's been using it a lot. So I'm going to open this way. She had it, we got to pick the leather. They gave us 2 to choose from. I didn't really like those, so we had 2 more to choose from, and this was much better. So you are able to choose what pieces of leather you use in the store, and the grommets and the strings are already in there. So just so you know, she picked the ladybug charm and the star, which are kind of her little like icons. And she has her initials here with the dot in between really nicely. She didn't want one here, so she got the Honoré, and she's using a moleskin journal. I'm not going to open this, but you can see the strings here. She can also put in another booklet. She actually gave me her 2 booklets because she will not use them. This one is blank. We stamped inside at the Louis. It was really difficult to stamp. Some of them didn't work very well. And then this is lined, so I can use these. And we can test these out, but I'm not a huge fan of these because I think with the shipping, if I was going to order this in France, we go to France like every other year. I could buy more and buy more in bulk, but it's honestly, there's so many well-made booklets here that you can buy in the United States or anywhere else that I don't want to have to worry about the tariffs and extra shipping, expensive shipping times. So another booklet could actually fit in here if she wanted to have a blank one. And so this is the Honoré. So it already has a pocket. She doesn't have anything inside. She's very minimal, but she can put other stuff inside. And then the Honoré has the French flag inside here. And I think previously they must have put it on the flap, but now they do it here because there is a pocket. So, and this is already pre-done, so there's no way to change it. So I'm just letting you know because I've watched a lot of videos and some people have it here or they want it here, but I think now going forward, they produce this separately. So this is not done in the shop. This whole thing with the pocket and this stuff sewn in is already all pre-done. So for the Honoré, it's just like this. And I will show you the, so people say the Honoré was longer, but it's actually, the Roadbook and the Honoré are the same length. So it doesn't matter. And so anything A5 slim can fit in here really nicely. Even A5, if you kind of go minimal and not make anything too bulky. So that's hers. It's really pretty. She got red. And because she got red, I didn't get red because I didn't want to, you know, I wanted her to have her red moment. So I gifted her this red moleskin inside. So she really wanted that. And yeah, she's been using this. She did have her Hobonichi weeks in here for a bit, but then she decided that was too bulky with the moleskin. So she took that out. So you can fit in a Hobonichi week. She just actually, I asked her if she used another cover, but she said she just used the string in here just to put it in. So we'll try that out with mine. We'll see how that goes. So this is my daughter's Louise Carmen. And then let's open up mine because, to be honest, I haven't had time to take this out and really start using it and enjoying it. So let's do that. Oh, and I do have the embossing on the back here. Louise Carmen Paris. It's pretty clear here. And this is it in the Honoré. And because the Honoré has a pocket in, you see the stitching here on the sides. So that's really pretty. The leather is very soft. It's thin, it's soft, it's really nice. And you know what? Look, I like color, but I was looking through all the different things of how color patinas and whatnot, and I kind of just wanted a classic one. And I really think I'm not one to buy like multiple. I don't want to have like, this is very expensive. Let's begin with that. I don't see myself having multiple of these. So I want it to be one, main one. And I wanted to see how I would use it. And then maybe in the future, next time I go back to France and Paris, I'll get a different one if I want to. My husband had a great time going with us because he had no idea about Louise Carmen. And, you know, when I told him we were going to a notebook store and it was for my daughter, Chloe, he was like, oh, please, you're totally, you know, you're telling her to do this. But no, she actually really wanted it first and kind of told me about the brand. Oh, let me show you my charms first. So I have my initials here, NZD. And then I have the Eiffel Tower and a pearl, which I really love pearls, and the Eiffel Tower because we went on the trip to France. It was a family vacation, but this marks my 20th wedding anniversary with my husband, and we were engaged in Paris. So on a boat, like dinner boat ride on the Seine River, and the Eiffel Tower was there. So that's kind of like a nice memory. So this, maybe because I haven't used this, my cover feels a little stiffer because she's been using it for a few weeks. It's really nice and soft. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how this kind of goes with the hands of my Olas and whatnot. I did get, so my French flag is here because this was already pre-made. And I picked this leather. This was the nicest one. It was very nice and clean and everything. I really liked it. And I got the Roadbook, as I mentioned. So I have more strings in here for more stuff. I got 333 here, and I think if you see in the vlog, you'll understand this is for my dog and who passed away 2.5 years ago. And it was kind of in memory of her because I would always see 333 after she passed away. Actually, the day before she passed away, that was my final vet bill. So, and then crazy enough, that was my my price for this planner. For this portfolio, this whole system, my total was 333 euros. So go figure. And if I didn't mention it in my vlog, I'll mention it here. If you are going to Paris, and I went to the other, the Vivienne, was it the Galerie Vivienne is where I went, not to the first store, which is like, I don't know if there's their main store, but they have a newer store. I went to the newer store. It wasn't very busy. My daughter and I were actually the first people in line. There was a woman standing in line, but she was actually standing by the door because she worked for Louise Carmen and was waiting for them to open the door for her. So we were the first in line and we got there at 11:15 and they opened at noon. So it was a Saturday when we were there. in July, and it was great. I mean, within 15 minutes of us being in line, the line started growing. But I want to say, once we kind of like the door opened, there are like multiple people at the stations helping everyone. So that was really nice. The reason I got black is because I knew this would be classic and it would last, forever. I did actually keep my bag. So everything came in this black bag. It's very, very nice. And I'm going out of order, but when you're waiting in line, they had these in like a table where you can like pick it up. And I think you've probably seen this on people's various YouTube's videos, but it's kind of like a nice little newspaper with all the different things about Louise Carmen. It's kind of like a fun little thing I thought I could scrapbook with in my travel journal. They give you a card, and our person was Anna. She was wonderful, and she told us to come back in 2 hours. So we can come back by 2 to pick up our Louise Carmen. So we went nearby for lunch to a wonderful restaurant where they filmed Something's Gotta Give there with Diane Keaton, who I love Nancy Meyer movies, and so that was an added bonus. So I'm gonna show you this. This came with my planner, and they give you another string. So now I have another red string in case these break. So I did hear that these are very thin and they tend to break. I didn't get another charm here. For some reason, the charms, it was very stressful. It was very overwhelming. I didn't see some of the charms that I'd seen online. So they were like filling up the charm cases while I was waiting in line. I didn't want something in the front. My daughter did the same thing too, where I wanted something to cover it and like crush it if I had it in my backpack or something. And then I know how to, untie a knot. I could add a charm later if I wanted to, very easily. Okay, now let's really go in. So we're gonna go inside, and I got the red portfolio. They had so many different choices, but I really wanted red because I thought it looked really nice with this, with the red string. It was just so beautiful. And you know me, I love my pouches. So this would be great to like, oh, I did keep some stuff in here. I kept my, the card from where I had lunch, Le Grand Colbert. So definitely go here. If you could go to Galerie Vivienne to make your Louise Carmen, go to Le Grand Colbert for lunch. It's like a typical French brasserie. I had wonderful, I think I had like tuna tartare for lunch, and it was absolutely delicious. We had oysters as well, but it was a typical brasserie. They're really nice, and then they gave us a little chocolate. So I'm gonna put this in my travel journal. So yeah, I had this in here. It's leather. She said this was the best selling one. So I'm glad it was in stock, because I think it was in stock for a while. I picked, because I got the Roadbook, it has 3 strings, I got to pick 3 books. So I got the Doc Grid, lined, and blank. And then I don't have a pocket back here. So we can see, and then there's a knot here for that. So if I wanted to add a charm, I can just take this out. So I'm not sure if I can try this here. We did this for fun together. And then here, I tried to do did I do stamps on this one? Where's my stamping? Oh, here. So here are my attempts at making stamps there. Could never get it perfect. Of course, I did a test one, and as I was doing it, another woman came next to me to do hers, and it just made me nervous even more. So I couldn't get it perfect, but I got this one perfect. This one was pretty good. Then I said, oh, I can try this one here and just rip out this page and do another perfect one. But of course, this one wasn't perfect. So, c'est la vie, as they say. Do the best you can do. But yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. I haven't actually written on this paper yet. So let's try. Do I want to do it on a line paper? I'm going to try. People say the fountain pens doesn't work as well, so I'm not sure. Let me try it on here. Let's see. This is obviously a little juicier. It's a journaler's nib, so. I do like how it writes on here. Is it as smooth as Toma River paper? Not really. It kind of feels a little inky when I write on there, but it didn't go through. So, I mean, they did say it was fountain pen friendly, so let's try my extra fine. So let's see, let that dry a bit. Okay, it doesn't go through. So it is fountain pen friendly. I think the problem is just the price, because I think for the price of these booklets, you can totally order something off. You know, you can get a traveler's notebook with Midori paper, or you can get a booklet from. These are the booklets from Sterling Ink. I think this will fit in here with Toma River paper. This is what I'm going to do when hopefully she's going to restock these Sterling Ink. I like these booklets. They're thin, and I like the covers better. So we'll see. But so far, okay. I feel like they're okay, if that makes sense, as a paper lover. The black cover is okay. They also have one with blackout paper too. But I wanted to show you just the length of this is the same. So it's not. Match that up. Is it the same? No, it is a little longer. Yeah, I thought it was a little longer, and it is a little longer. Let's try to match it up. Maybe because I have all the stuff inside. Let's try something. I don't know. With this. So maybe she thought it was. Let's take this out. Okay, so she told me it was the same length, but maybe is it? I don't know. It's not. So I don't know why she showed me that it was, but it is. The Honoré is a little bit longer, tiny bit. So you get more of this flap to cover. So if you had like an A5, so this is like what? I don't know. Not half an inch, but maybe just a little bit more. Where's my ruler? Yeah, it's about half an inch more. So the Honoré is half an inch bigger, but the Roadbook has more strings. So I have 3 sets of strings, and my daughter has 2 sets. And she didn't want a portfolio, so it didn't matter to her. Put this back in here for her. Okay, so, put this all back together for her. So it's nice and new. She really does take care of her stuff. So I don't want to mess it up. The red is just so pretty. So if I do get another one day, like a smaller one, maybe another red is another option. Okay, but I want to see what else can fit inside this one. And I don't know if, well, I had the booklet, and the booklet would fit. This is a traveler's size, so that definitely fits in here. It fits just perfectly for the height for a Sterling Ink booklet. And, oh, this leather smells so good. So this one does fit, Sterling Ink booklet. Let's try, let's see, I have remember I got my other travel journal, like leather cover from Etsy, Poet's Reliquary. I have my Louise Carmen, I have my Laurel Denise one here. And I'll try, I think this will fit too, because I think this is A5 Slim. So if I wanted to have the Laurel Denise one in here and just have a monthly planner, oh, this fits in nicely. Fits in really nicely. So I could have this as my monthly planner in here, which I might do that, I'm not sure. And then I will try, this is Erin Condren's Petite Journal. I'm gonna try and put it more in the middle string and see. So this is an A5. It'll fit, but it'll be like that. See, it fits inside. So you can't make it too thick. So I would do this, and I could do like a little booklet Or I could do this with like the Laurel Denise, and then I would stop. I wouldn't add anything else in here. Maybe one of the Louise Carmen thinner ones in here. That would be okay, but I think it will start to come through. And you can also put the cover like that too, if you wanted to, and show the French flag. Okay, so that is cool. I'm really glad. So I have all these tons of petite journals I can use. I'm excited for that. And let me find my Hobonichi. It's here somewhere. Okay, and then let's try it with the Hobonichi Hobonichi, cousin avec. I'll put it at the end. I don't know if that'll be bad to be closer to the end here. So just know there is a 1/2 inch difference on the Avec Roadbook. I kind of like the Roadbook. I didn't want a whole pocket back here. It still makes me really happy because I have this portfolio. So I would put this in the first section here if I was doing this, and then I would have something. Does that close well? No. You know what I would do then? If we were going to add in a Hobonichi into a Roadbook, and I mean a Hobonichi cousin, don't put it on the last string because that makes it closer to the edge. I would do the first one. And then put in the portfolio in the back here, since it's got more room here, and you can stick in a very thin booklet like this. So that's what I would do, I think. So let's just try that. If I was going to do this option and say, okay, this is going to be my like memory planner, like fun creative planner option, and like this is the lined one, and a lined journal. And this will be my like everyday carry. I can do this and see if that works. Yeah, that's much better. It's still bulky, it's still big this way though, but this still works if you wanted to have this in here. I don't think I'm going to put my Hobonichi in here. I think I'm going to have this be more my journal. So I can do that. So let's just take this out, and I will show you what I think I'm going to do, which is this. First of all, I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to put this in the front here. I'd put an insert in here, and I'm not sure. I would wait to see and get something from Sterling Ink in here, very thin, booklet-wise. I would put a booklet back here, a couple different other booklets if I wasn't using this, and maybe I will just use these to finish these up. But you know what else you can use? I did get another moleskin for myself, and I think this will be a really nice journal, which is lined pages here. It's the soft cover version. I'll link it down. I got it off Amazon. And you can just insert this at any page. There's a ribbon notebook. I don't want to take it out because I'm not a huge fan of their ribbon notebooks in general. Okay, and so then it goes like that. Close it up, and that works fine. This looks really nice. That's actually perfect. So I can have myself my moleskin in here, and that's why I wanted black, because I want red to be the accent. And so I just knew that I was going to get this red portfolio, I can decorate this up inside, and I would have this really pretty soft red moleskin and not worry about their inserts. And maybe I'm just put in a blank insert in here. But I think I'm going to do something like this and then use this as my journal and write my thoughts in here. And then the cool thing is, it's so easy to get these. It's so easy. Off Amazon, I can go to Barnes & Noble and pick another one up if I want to. And, you know, I just think the red as a pop of color is just so nice. And then I can just, you know, I can change the color of this string if I want to later on. And I just love how this all looks together. And so don't forget, this is leather. So I was really funny because I told my daughter, okay, don't get the leather cleaning kit because maybe it's a scam or something. I don't know why I said that. But my husband was talking to, while we were doing all the stuff, talking to one of the guys that worked there. and he bought us as a gift each of our own sets because, you know, my daughter's going off to college, cleaning set. So now you can see what it looks like. I think it was 25 euros, so 50 in total for both. And it comes its own little dust bag, and you have this little, it's like a leather oil. Oh, it's a cream here, which is nice. So you can treat your leather, and then there's a cloth to use with it, the cloth here. So if you're ever curious, it's just a paper in here, I guess, to hold the cloth. But that's kind of nice. It was really nice of my husband. So my daughter got one, and I got one as a gift from him because this gift was a gift from her grandparents, gave her money for graduation, high school graduation. So that was her gift. And then I gave this gift to myself. Okay, so in here are the two beautiful Louise Carmen planners. This one is the Honoré, and this one is my Roadbook. Super excited to use this. I will definitely keep you updated on how I use my Roadbook and when I'm going to be using it. I'll do an updated thing, putting cute things in the pockets. It's going to make me so happy. I'm so excited. So this will be like, I really find I'm not going to be using this as a planner. Maybe I'll put in the monthly planner I have from Laurel Denise in there just as a reference. I'm not sure, but that's the beauty of these leather journal covers. I can do whatever I want in here and just have fun. I think that's the whole thing. I do want to say, I hope you enjoyed my vlog. It was a wonderful experience to be in Paris with my daughter. We talked about going to Louise Carmen for like over 6 months, and we actually did it together, and I actually was able to speak French because it was, I spent 2 weeks in France already. I was much more fluent, and I was able to talk to the woman in French, and that was really like wonderful to me. So I hope you enjoyed my vlog, and I hope you, and if you have any questions about shopping in store at Louise Carmen, again, I just want to remind you, if you're going to shop in store, bring your passport because you can get the tax back. So we did that at the airport. So I'm not sure how much we get back, but you know, little something is better than nothing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like planner content like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up and turn on notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.